I'm Matt Guichard, and this is No Holds Barred. Today we're going to talk about contractors, consumers, and killers. How do you protect yourself when somebody comes into your house? So we really want to just talk about letting people into your house and the safety measures you should always take. So I've had a number of cases in which thefts took place when workers came into the house, and several in which there were murders. I'll tell you certain cases we see, and you say to yourself, how do I protect myself? What do I do? Well, first and foremost, deal with a reputable company. Ensure that they've done a background on their workers. Ask them about that. Make sure when the person shows up at your door, they've got a uniform on, they've got identification that makes it clear who they are and what company they're from, and that they're there for the task that you've contracted for. Best practice is actually to have another individual there. Personally, I don't let anyone come into my house and do work when I'm not there. So my spouse and children are protected, at least to the extent that you can protect by being present. So that's kind of important. An example of a case in which an elderly couple, clients of mine, had some people come into their house to put in new carpets. And 3 or 4 days later, the wife went to her jewelry box in her dresser drawer and found out all of her jewelry was gone. Could they prove beyond a reasonable doubt that, in fact, the people that put the carpet in had stolen it? No, they couldn't. Although they did say nobody else had been in their house to their knowledge. But kind of important that even when somebody comes into your house to do work, ensure that your valuables are tucked away somewhere. The important things that you consider you have, your grandfather's watch and all those things, tuck them away. Don't have them out there in the open. Very important case in which a carpet cleaner came to the house. The spouse was home, the wife, and the carpet cleaner came into the house, cleaned the carpets, left. A couple of months later, contacted them again and said, hey, do you need any additional carpet work? And they said, yeah. So that carpet cleaner came to the house. Wife was home. Carpet cleaner killed her. He was caught later trying to use one of her credit cards. In that particular case, the company really wasn't involved because the carpet cleaner, who no longer worked for that company, just called directly. And the wife said, sure, come on over. And unfortunately, in this case, it ended up in a murder. So we've actually got a couple of cases in which murders took place. In one case, the customers replied to a coupon book. And they replied to the company that had the little book and the coupon, and they sent someone out to the house and cleaned the carpets. But the coupon company only got paid a percentage of the fee if it was within 90 days. So in other words, the customers contacted the coupon company, they sent a worker out, the worker cleaned, but a year later, the customers contacted that cleaner directly. They didn't go through the coupon company. They contacted that person directly and said, hey, we had you clean our carpets a year ago, we like you, why don't you come back and do it again? That worker then came back, led into the house, and murdered the wife. So the coupon company never knew that he had been contacted and came back. In talking to the coupon company, they didn't do a background. They just solicited a number of carpet cleaners, roofers, various things, and they had a list. They just picked off it. But no background was done. In another case, fairly similar case in the facts, in that it was a carpet cleaner also. But the company said, look, we're a small company. We can't afford to do background. So we actually solicited the help of a background company. And they did backgrounds. And we were comfortable with the workers that they provided to us, sent them out. And in one case, we sent a worker out who, guess what? Yep, committed a murder in the house where he was cleaning the carpet. Back to the background company. They missed the fact that that worker had gone to prison several times for armed robberies. So clearly he should not have been sent out to the home. But is it the fault of the company? No. They said, hey, we did the background. We did everything that we possibly could. I would say it's very important to check on the background of any person who comes into your house. Be concerned. Ask if there's been a background done. Ask who's done a background, and properly identify anybody that comes to your house. But more importantly, make sure that you have somebody there in your house when that worker comes to your house and does work at your house. I personally make sure that if anyone comes to my house, that I'm there, not just my wife or my children. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithms. See you next time on No Holds Barred.